welcome back to the channel, you guys. We are here in Laredo and we are about to board a boat so that we can go over to Coronado Island. We just checked in up front over by the tower and it was moving so fast I didn't get a chance to video it, but we just walked down the pier so that we can get ready to board our boat. We're actually going to be on a small boat. We ran into a guy. He's not actually with the company, but he owns a boat and he was like, hey, I can take you guys over there. So we was like, okay, why not? Same price as everybody else that's pretty much out here. As you can see in the bay, there's a lot of boats that are just sitting over here. So today was really the only last option for us to get a boat ride over because the waves are supposed to be rough the rest of our time here. So once again, you guys stay tuned and we'll show you what's on our boat ride. All right, guys, so I just got my life vest put on because y'all know I can't swim. And so, you know, I gotta have my life vest on. So this is our captain, Horacio.
How long to get over there? 45 minutes. 45 minutes.
Okay, 45 minutes. The water looks a little murky in the bay. It's not as clear as over by the beach. There's a lot of seagulls over here too. So that means maybe a lot of fish in the water. The water's calm because it's a retention wall. So we're not getting the full experience of the waves. So that's basically where the Laredo sign is over there and La Mission Hotel. As of right now, the waves aren't too rough. So long as it stays calm, I'll be all right. All right, so stay tuned. Guys, so we have finally made it on land. We are at the national park here in Baja de Laredo, and it looks like it consists of 5 different islands: Catalana, Montserrat, Desante, Del Carmen, and Coronados. Right now we're actually on Coronados, and we're just walking around trying to see what all is on the island. Right now it's not a lot over here. It's a lot of rocks. It does have a nature trail that you can walk and kind of, you know, observe nature. See, it's a lot of birds, a lot of rocks. It is quite a bit of vegetation on the ground. We're going to try to find the trail and to sort of explore. The beaches are really nice there. You don't have a lot of rocks. There's a couple of rocks here, but as you can see from this footage, the water is really clear. The birds are feeding a lot, so that means it's a lot of fish in the water. The climate right now is really windy. Not sure if y'all can hear it, but it is really windy. Haven't seen any whales, turtles, or dolphins yet. So we're hoping that at some point we'll be able to see some type of marine life. Over on the other side of this hut, there's another beach, so we'll walk over there to see what that beach looks like. And it's not too far. We do have to climb over a little bit of rocks, but let's go check it out. All right, guys, so we're making our way around the island a little bit. So over here you see these big boulders. They're actually really black, the ones over this way. And if you don't know, Coronado actually used to be a volcano, a live volcano. So that's why you see so much of these, I don't know, maybe they're lava rocks, maybe, but there are a lot of them. I know the black ones could potentially be residue, but there's also a lot of brown rocks too. We noticed this across a lot of the mountainous areas that we've been to, that there's a lot of rocks. And Nick was like, well, why is it rocks everywhere? Y'all know why there's a lot of rocks? I don't know, can y'all see that? Even over here, and it looks like this on the mainland as well, like just big clumps of rocks like everywhere. So if y'all know why there's so many rocks in the California Baja, drop us some comments down below, educate me and show me or tell me so I can be more knowledgeable. You know, just wanting to continue to explore and learn while we're out here. So see a few cactus out here, not too many, but it is very windy. I don't know if y'all can hear it because we've covered up our mic to kind of disguise the wind, but okay. So this is the other side of the beach. And these birds are really loud too. And that's the top of the volcano right there. It's dormant, so pretty safe. I don't think it's erupted in many, many moons, but definitely a nice view. So make sure you guys stay tuned. All right, so we made it back to where we initially were under this little hut. We are going to keep walking. As I mentioned, there is a short little trail out here, and we're gonna try to figure out where to go. They have this sign, but guess what? You can't read it. You can't see anything on it. So we're just gonna follow the path and see where it takes us. So it's got these wooden planks sort of designed to be your guide, I guess. So we're just gonna take a short little walk. Also up there, you can see that little building. That's actually where you can go and use the restroom. And it looks like they have these little signs around the different vegetation, sort of telling you the names or exactly what it is. And what I'm not gonna do is try to pronounce any of them, but I'll show them to you and then you guys can go and research and figure out what they are, because I don't have my internet to be able to translate or try to guess what it is. And for accuracy purposes, I'm just not. So, all right, and as you can see, there's another trail over there. So we're gonna take this trail and see how far it takes us into the island. So let's go. All right, guys, so we're headed on the trail. And once again, we're walking on wooden boards. So if you follow the path, watch your footing, you should be good. We also stayed at a resort that had something similar. It was called Vedanta in Playa on the Riviera Maya side of Mexico, but it was way higher up off the ground than these. Now, if these fall, you only fall maybe 2 feet. So like I said, just stay on the paths, watch your steps. We were just talking to another lady who just came out from over here, and she was just like, you know, if you guys are planning on walking it, just make sure you stay hydrated. So I'm gonna shut up now and I'll just show you what the path looks like. All right, we're going right. Okay, now we're back on the ground, and it looks like the path is stones or the rocks. Walking in sand is like the hardest thing ever. Now, if the footage gets a little shaky, once again, I'm walking on sand, so bear with me. All right, let's keep going on the trail. All right, y'all, so we're about 35-40 minutes into this hike all the way up to this other beach. The good thing about this walk is that there is a path where you can see the stones. You just follow the path. Parts of it does get a bit rocky, so unfortunately I have on swimming shoes, so I was not prepared for the walk, but I'm gonna thug it out and keep walking. As you can see right now, the trail has turned back into sand. It is still actually fairly breezy, even though the sun is out. Like, I'm not even sweating, and I think it's because of the breeze, because we can feel the wind from the beach blowing over this way. So it's actually making the walk quite pleasant. Haven't seen too many bugs, haven't seen much wildlife either. Now, it might be something burrowing in the ground, but on this walk so far, I haven't seen any animals, no bugs. I mean, you see the pelicans and the other beach birds that you normally see, but nothing outside of the ordinary. Honestly, I think we're only halfway through this walk. So stay tuned, because I'm getting kind of tired. But at this point, gotta keep going. So stay tuned so we can see what this final beach is gonna look like. All right, y'all. We can almost see the beach in the distance. So I think we're getting close. Yep, the wind is getting a little bit stronger up here. We're going up in altitude a little bit as well. But definitely this is a hike that any beginner could take, because I know if I can do it, somebody else can do it. And there was this other lady that was walking early. She said, I'm 68. And she's like, I know if I can do it, y'all can do it. So I couldn't let that lady show me out. I'm like, shoot, I know how to walk. So we was like, let's do it. So we doing it. You see the waves coming in? So that's how we know we're close. We can begin to see the shore. Those waves actually look pretty rough too. The other side that we were on earlier was a lot calmer, but because the wind is a lot stronger, that's how we can tell the tides is, or the waves are strong as well, because it's really breezy over here. It was a boat over here. Where'd it go? Oh, it's blending in with the vegetation. All right, so let's look back.
Damn, we came from over there?
If you can see that little white speck of dirt, that's where we started almost an hour ago. Yep, right there, y'all. That's where we started at, all the way over there. And we have literally been going for almost an hour through this terrain over here. We just walked through all of this, but the breeze has made it worth it. All right, so maybe in about 10 more minutes, I think we'll be down at the beach. Stay tuned, we're almost there, y'all. We're almost there. Y'all see all the birds? All right, y'all, so we are almost at the end. The trail actually ended on us about 5 minutes ago. So we're literally just making our way through the best way that we can. It is extremely windy. As we was walking on the trail, we were finding that the seagulls are making nests on the ground where the trail is. So just be mindful to watch out as you're walking. Make sure you don't step on any eggs or anything. But yeah, they're building their nest because there's no trees out here. So as we were going through, I think they thought we might have been trying to get their eggs. You can see them sitting like right here on the ground, and we just walked through that and they got really loud. A lot of them start flying. So we were just trying to move as quickly as possible just to get out of their space. But we literally have made it all the way back on this side. So that was definitely a walk, you guys. Sand is all in our shoes. I don't know if you can hear the wind, but the wind is blowing really hard over here. But the water over here is really shallow, similar to how it was on the other side. But I also think there's a sandbar over here that you could potentially walk out on. We're probably gonna try to see if we can go out there. But I thank you guys for staying tuned with us as we showed you the trail and the hike here on the island. And I'm sorry I'm out of breath because I haven't drunk anything this entire walk. So we're gonna take a second once we can get over here. I don't know if you guys can see our boat, but they're sitting all the way over there near the entrance of the cove. So we're just gonna explore a little bit. It is a lot of rocks everywhere, but the water is extremely shallow. We found some marine life over here. We're not gonna disturb it though. Coming over to Coronado Island, as you can see the volcano off in the distance. We have literally made an hour trek around the island to end up over here where the water is just pristine, it's clear, the waves sound spectacular, the birds are enjoying the lunch over here. So much fish in the water. Definitely was worth the hike. So if you guys ever get the opportunity to come to Laredo, visiting Coronado Island would definitely be a must. I was a bit sad because I didn't think we were going to be able to make it, but we were able to. Honestly, we were so skeptical about doing the tour with this random guy, but he assured us, like, he travels the waters every day. He's a fisherman, and basically you just have a lot of people that's over at the marina who don't mind just bringing people over to the island. But of course, with that, there's always precautionary measures that you want to take just to ensure your safety and the safety of those traveling with you. Just be careful. You know, people are scamming out here. You know, there are price gouging. So just try to find you the best deal that works for you and your family. I want to say We paid about 120 pesos just to get the national park wristband, and then we paid an additional 2,400 pesos for the trip for both me and Nick. So overall, it wasn't too bad. I think we were able to get what we paid for. We have not been able to see any whales or dolphins yet, but we are definitely hoping maybe on our route back that we're able to see some of the whales. Right now it is the season for them to start having their babies, and a lot of times they come into the calmer waters over here in the bays, and they'll start, you know, having their offspring. So we're out here just enjoying the scenery. And once again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop those comments down below. Let me know your thoughts, and if you've been here, let me know how your experience was, because the water here definitely makes this a place that you would like to come to. There is a sandbar out straight out ahead in front of me, probably about 200 feet out, and I'm kind of nervous about walking over there because the waves are really strong coming in right now, but it's not deep. The water is actually really shallow. So we're gonna begin to wrap this up. Once again, I want to thank you all for tuning into the channel, and glad you all could see what Coronado has to offer. Stay tuned until the next one, you guys. Wait. Before you leave, make sure you hit that like button down below so I can continue to bring you these awesome videos. Stay locked because I got more information coming for you guys.